When I was making a chocolate cake, I purposely added in the dog poop I had just stepped on with my shoe. Afterward, I took the freshly baked cake and knocked on my neighbor's door. The neighbor, who had just moved in, was completely unsuspecting. He gladly accepted the gesture. He picked up the cake, smelled it, and noticing nothing unusual, shoved it right into his mouth.
Good?
It different.
The reason I did this was because I was about to lose my mind from this neighbor. A few days ago, a young man moved in next door. At first, I didn't really pay any attention to it, but when I came home after a long day of work, the blasting heavy metal music came pouring through the walls. Although I was incredibly irritated, I tried to tolerate it, but by 4 a.m., the obnoxious music still hadn't stopped. The next morning, after a sleepless night, I had no choice but to drag my exhausted body to work. As I passed by my lawn, I nearly stepped in dog poop. That new neighbor actually let his dog poop on my lawn. After finishing a grueling workday, I planned to get some proper rest, but once again the blaring heavy metal music started. I couldn't take it anymore. Furious, I marched over and knocked on his door. What I didn't expect was that this seemingly tough guy was actually really friendly. He immediately asked his friend to turn down the music. Then I remembered the dog poop. I almost stepped in that morning. He agreed right away, saying there wouldn't be a next time. I was very satisfied with my new neighbor's response. Without the loud music, I immediately fell asleep. But not long after, the deafening music woke me up again, still at 4 a.m. This time, it was even louder. With rage boiling inside me, I stormed over to his house and knocked on his door once more.
What?
Can you just turn the music down?
Seriously, what's your fucking problem? No, look at me, what's your fucking problem? Are you allergic to fun or something?
But if you don't turn it down, I'm gonna have to call the police.
When I threatened to call the police, his mood immediately turned violent. Realizing that communication wasn't working, I decided to call the cops. However, the police said it wasn't their problem. I had no choice but to buy a pair of headphones online. That evening, I finally couldn't hear the noise with my headphones on. But just as I was about to enjoy a peaceful sleep, I realized I couldn't sleep with them on, and that neighbor kept getting worse. The music was so loud it made my water cup shake, so I searched through my drawers until I found a key. My parents used to live next door, and I had kept a spare key to look after them. The next day, I waited by the window, and as soon as I saw the neighbor leave, I quickly took out the key, opened his door, and snuck inside. Then, with a knife, I slashed the speakers and poured an entire bottle of beer on the music player. After doing all of that, I went back to my own house. It was so much better now. Sure enough, the damn music never came back, not even until late at night. But just then, I heard a knock at the door.